colorless, odorless, known as the silent killer. Carbon monoxide is comprised of one atom of carbon and one of oxygen, hence mon or one in its name. It is the resulting gas vapor when various brands of fuel are burned, and when not given the proper space to vaporize, can be inhaled and result in death. Its interference with the ability of blood to transport oxygen results, on average, in 400 deaths per year in the U.S. From 1999 through 2010 alone, over 5,000 fatalities have been documented by the Center for Disease Control due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Dizziness, mental confusion, nausea, and headache are the main symptoms of overconsumption of the deadly gas. Oxygen binder hemoglobin helps transport oxygen all throughout the body, but is compromised when carbon monoxide enters the bloodstream, acting as an asphyxiant. Oxygen required to reach the tissues of the body is obstructed, initiating the shutdown of bodily functionality. A majority of deaths attributed to carbon monoxide arise from faulty heating systems used in homes. Oftentimes, a gas-powered furnace is inadequately maintained or begins to leak, unknowingly, usually killing entire families while they sleep in the night. In January of 1990, in Colorado Springs, Colorado, a family of 5 died when their furnace failed to properly burn its fuel, creating the noxious gas. The father of the home was found in the bathroom, where it was presumed he had gone once becoming sick to his stomach, the mother being found clutching a toppled plant stand near a front door. Previous tenants of the home had reported feeling ill, and when investigators had entered the family home the night after the deaths, one of them became immediately sickened. When a carbon monoxide measurement test was conducted, it revealed the level of the gas to be 800 parts per million, twice the level allowable to sustain life. The furnace had been red tagged by the local utilities department, but it was uncertain if any recent repair work had ever been attempted to fix the problem. The family had only lived in the home for 1 week. Some instances of death are due to a lack of awareness of what actions can lead to the creation of carbon monoxide. Hundreds of accounts of impoverished families using cost-effective means to heat their homes has oftentimes led to multiple deaths. Portable barbecues, hibachis, or improperly powered generators can create toxic fumes that become contained in the home, thereby acting as a lethal inhalant. There have also been cases of people either on road trips or who live in their cars, not knowing that running these devices can lead to death. New Year's Day, 1985. 2 people are discovered dead in a van along the Rose Parade route in Pasadena, California. It appeared the 2, who had been camping out for the annual Festival of Floats, were using a portable grill to heat their van during the overnight frigid temperatures. A similar circumstance happened in Boston, Massachusetts in 2013, when a man left his toddler son in a car while it warmed up. The difference here was in how the monoxide entered the vehicle, which in this incident was due to a buildup of snow blocking the car's tailpipe, forcing the monoxide back into the car's air vents. This was a prime example of how quickly and unexpectedly the fumes can kill. The father was only on the outside of the car for 2 minutes, shoveling it out. But in that time, a passing snowplow had thrust several pounds of snow to the rear of the car, inadvertently packing it into the tailpipe. The boy quickly became non-responsive and died a short time later. Carbon monoxide poisoning has long been used as a method of suicide, usually from running a parked car in an enclosed space, such as a garage. Victims fall unconscious after only a few minutes, sometimes unintentionally taking others with them. This was the case on September 25, 1986, when a mother of 4 children decided to take her life in the family garage. What resulted was not only her own death, but lethal gas fumes from the tailpipe of the car wafting up into the rest of the home, killing everyone inside, including her 4 children. It was never determined whether this was a murder-suicide or innocent intent on the part of the mother. One of the more tragic examples of absent-mindedness occurred in 2004. A Columbia, South Carolina man, preparing to leave for the morning, discovered his car had a dead battery. He then hooked up his wife's car to his own in the garage and jump-started his vehicle successfully. The man moved his car to the street, closed the garage, and left for the day to go to work. He became alarmed by 4 p.m. when yet another phone call he had placed to his residence went unanswered. Concerned, he left his job early and headed for his home, where he discovered his wife lying dead in an upstairs hallway. Upon inspection of what the cause may have been, he went downstairs and realized that he had left her car running when he had jumped his hours earlier. Authorities speculated that his wife had felt the effects of the poisoning filling the upstairs area, and in an attempt to escape from the home, collapsed in the hallway, dying only a few minutes later. One of the largest numbers of people killed in a residence from poisoning took place on November 8, 1991, in Chicago, Illinois. A family of 10 was lost when a spot weld in a flue pipe gave way, leaving a 3-inch gap that caused byproducts of monoxide to recirculate into the home. 4 daughters, 4 sons, and their 2 parents were found scattered throughout the home in various poses of distress. Ranging in ages from 11 to 45, the family had only recently left the country of Mexico and had barely been in the United States a year. A recent case of mass monoxide poisoning was on April 6, 2015, when a family of 8 perished overnight from contamination. As is the case in most of these examples, the family was trying to use alternative means to heat and power their home. The Baltimore, Maryland residence was using a gas-powered generator after being unable to pay their electric bill. Upon the tragic discovery, a local power company was subpoenaed for shutting off electricity to the home during a restricted time of year. From November 1st through March 31st, Maryland law prohibits power being cut to homes without an affidavit filed to the Public Service Commission. Even though it was past the cutoff point, authorities were trying to piece together when the father of 7 turned to this alternate method of a generator. The machine had been giving off carbon monoxide emissions all night long, and when the resident didn't show up for work after 2 days, his employer urged police to make a check of the home. The single father and his 7 children were discovered deceased, all throughout the house. Mandatory laws governing carbon monoxide detectors vary from state to state, with only 29 of the 50 having enacted such a requirement. Illinois asked that a detector be within 15 feet of every sleeping room, with Massachusetts and Minnesota within 10 feet. Most states only require them in new construction. West Virginia and North Carolina demand that residents have them in every dwelling with a fossil fuel burning heater, fireplace, or attached garage.